1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sadia Sattar. Headlines. Prime Minister says young people are the real driving force behind any change in a society, hence the government honing their skills to transform them into a great asset. Information Minister urged lawyers' fraternity to play their role in bringing the political parties closer on the issue of major reforms and national affairs. Republic of Korea has expressed desire to enhance investment in IT and energy sectors and increase bilateral trade volume with Pakistan. Ladies on both sides of the line of control and the world over observing Jammu Martyrs' Day today. Palestinian Prime Minister has urged the world community and human rights organizations to condemn Israeli crimes against Palestinians and take swift steps to stop them. Earlier, 91 people were killed when an oil tanker exploded at a petrol station in the capital Freetown today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says young people are the real driving force behind any change in a society. Therefore, government is focusing on their skill development and better education to build their capacity and transform them into a great asset. Talking to the Special Assistant on Youth Affairs Usman Dar in Islamabad today, the Prime Minister said, "We are concentrating on utilizing their energies in a positive direction for the socio-economic development of the country." He said 68% of our population is below the age of 30 years. The Prime Minister directed to take all possible steps to ensure inclusion of youth in every aspect of life in order to help them achieve higher goals. Earlier, the Special Assistant on Youth Affairs presented 2 years performance report of Kamyab Jawan program. President of Azad Jammu and Kashmir, Barrister Sultan Mahmood Chaudhry, called on Prime Minister Imran Khan in Islamabad today. The AJK President apprised the Prime Minister of his successful visit to the United States and Europe to motivate the Pakistani diaspora for highlighting the Kashmir cause internationally. During the meeting, they also discussed the matters pertaining to development in the state. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Chaudhry Fawad Hussain says Bar Association can play a role in bringing the political parties closer on the issue of major reforms. Talking to newly elected office bearers of Supreme Court Bar Association in Islamabad, he said lawyers play the role of a bridge between the bar and bench, and this role should also be adopted in national affairs. He asked legal community that instead of challenging the NAB ordinance, they should suggest reforms to the government. The minister assured the delegation that welfare of lawyers is top priority of the government and it is taking all possible steps in this regard. Congratulating the officials of Supreme Court Bar Association on their victory in the recent elections, he assured them of all possible cooperation. Punjab Health Minister Dr. Yasmin Rashid says distribution of health card in the province will be completed in March 2022 to provide maximum health facilities to people. Talking to PTV, she said under this entitlement, the head of the family can avail medical treatment of up to 1 million rupees from more than 300 private hospitals in the province. She said government is taking solid steps to improve women's health. Ambassador of Republic of Korea to Pakistan Si Sang-pyo said that there are bright prospects of Pakistani skilled youth entering into Korean market as workforce. In an exclusive interview with News and Current Affairs channel of Radio Pakistan, he said currently 1,500 Pakistani students are studying in Korean institutes of higher learning in various technical and scientific fields, and many of them are on scholarships. The South Korean ambassador said after completing their education, many Pakistani students easily find employment in Korean companies. Si Sang-pyo said that Korean government is providing assistance to set up an IT technology park in Pakistan to develop trained IT professionals in the country. He said IT parks are key projects of the Economic Development Cooperation Fund of South Korean government. The ambassador said a number of Korean companies are interested in enhancing their investment in Pakistan's lucrative market. He said Korean government is trying to increase its bilateral trade volume with Pakistan, which currently stands at not so optimum level. He said Pakistan and Korea are cooperating in energy sector, particularly in hydropower production. He said total Korean investment in hydropower sector is around $4 billion in Jammu and Kashmir and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, which may increase in future. This is Radio Pakistan. Kashmiris on both sides of line of control and the world over are observing the Jammu Martyrs' Day today to reaffirm the resolve to continue the martyrs' mission till realization of their inalienable right to self-determination. Hundreds of thousands of Kashmiris were massacred by the forces of Maharaja Hari Singh, Indian Army and Hindu extremists in different parts of Jammu region while they were migrating to Pakistan during the first week of November in 1947. Hurriyat leaders and organizations in their statements while paid tributes to the Jammu martyrs, saying their blood would not go waste. They said the heartbreaking genocide of Muslims of Jammu in 1947 is one of the biggest tragedies in the world, in which hundreds of thousands of Muslims were martyred. The Hurriyat leaders and organizations said the best way to pay homage to the martyrs is to continue their mission till its logical conclusion. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Farooq Habib says Prime Minister Imran Khan would continue to fight for innocent and unarmed Kashmiris' case at international level with courage and bravery. In a statement on Jammu Martyrs' Day observed today, he said on this day in 1947, India committed unprecedented atrocities in Kashmir while thousands of Muslims were killed by Hindu fanatics in connivance of Maharaja Hari Singh. The Minister of State also paid tribute to martyrs of Jammu murdered during a week-long ruthless genocide maneuvered and executed by despotic Dogra rulers' force in the first and second week of November 1947. In India, 11 patients have been killed when a fire broke out in a hospital's COVID-19 ward in Maharashtra state. Palestinian Prime Minister Mahmoud Ishtiai had condemned Israeli soldiers for killing a 13-year-old Palestinian boy in Nablus city near the West Bank. In a statement, he urged the international community and human rights organizations to condemn the Israeli crimes and take swift steps to stop these crimes against the Palestinian people. The Palestinian Ministry of Foreign Affairs also said the Israeli government is directly responsible for the killing of the boy. Meanwhile, Palestine welcomed the consensus of the Third Committee of the UN General Assembly on the right of the Palestinian people to self-determination. According to the Palestinian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, 158 UN member states voted in favor of the resolution, 10 abstained and 6 voted against the resolution. The United Nations Security Council has expressed deep concern about the expansion and intensification in military clashes in northern Ethiopia. In a statement, members of UN Security Council noted the impact of conflict on the humanitarian situation as well as the stability of the country and the wider region. The statement asked conflicting parties to refrain from inflammatory hate speech, incitement to violence, and called for the respect of international humanitarian law for safe and unhindered humanitarian access, the re-establishment of public services. In the United States, at least 8 people have been killed and several injured at Stampede during a music festival in Houston City of Texas State. In Sierra Leone, 91 people have been killed and over 100 injured when a fuel tanker exploded at a petrol station in the capital, Freetown. In the ICC T20 World Cup against West Indies at Abu Dhabi, Australia won 22-1 in 13 overs a short while ago. Earlier, West Indies scored 157 runs for the loss of 7 wickets in allotted 20 overs. In reply, Australia achieved the victory. Second match will be played between England and South Africa at Sharjah at 7 p.m. And finally, the weather update. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while cold in night during the next 12 hours. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, do log on to our website radio.gov.